Oh boy. Oh boy. We about to get into it. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I don't know what's good with the energy around lately, and along with the energy within myself, my inner world. A lot of fucking processing, a lot of integration, a lot of brain muck, and a lot of back and forth with God. So, once I find my lighter, my backwoods lighter. We got the rum cake going on this morning. Actually, we got the fucking rum cake going on anytime I smoke. It's the only flavor of backwoods that I thoroughly enjoy, and I get compliments on it. People don't even think I'm smoking fucking cigars, bro. Now, to be honest, I was struggling to think of a topic to speak upon for like an hour this morning. I just kicked it with God by the water for a little bit, listened to some tunes, read a couple things, and came across a quote that I'm going to share with you guys that honestly helped fix my problem a little bit this morning. And it was, if you're struggling to do something, you don't try and force an action, because you know all this bullshit is like, oh, you gotta take inspired action, do XYZ bullshit, blah blah blah. But you rather have to ask yourself what is meant to emerge through you, rather than what can you produce and accomplish. Because when you have that mindset of production and accomplishing something, it automatically implants in your brain that there is an end goal, that you must do something right now. You have to do something. You're forcing something. But when you ask yourself, what am I going to allow myself, what am I going to allow to emerge from myself right now or today? It's an allowance. You instead of trying to force open a door and walk through it, you kind of just hold open the door for God to come through, and you just let him come in his own time. And he comes when he feels it. Hey yo, that's what she said. Yeah, it's really on God's timing, honestly. It really takes you, your worries, everything out of your control, to where you just got to kick back, and it's just whenever God feels like it, he'll co-work with you to bring forth something into reality. So I had to sit with that for a little bit, and because I was forcing myself. I'm just like, what the fuck do I want to talk about? I want to record a video, but I don't know. I don't have any topics in my head. My brain is hollow right now. I got some brain fog going on. Ate so much at a diner at like midnight last night. So I'm kind of just wow. But so that's a fun little quote. Hopefully that can do you some justice. I know from now on I'm going to be telling myself when I wake up, after I spend my minutes with God, that I'm going to be like, what is going to emerge through me? Rather than, what the fuck can I do today? We're going to talk about individuation, more of the post-individuation aspect. So, for those who don't know, I mean, if you're on this channel, you gotta fucking know, so I'll let you know. Individuation is really just you becoming who you truly are. Not in the stupid ass sense of, oh, I like these hobbies, I'm a happy person. Not like that. Individuation is it's a psychological, spiritual, energetic gauntlet that you run for years and years and years and years and years of your life. And once you start, it involves a lot of shadow integration, because you can't become your true full self unless you locate, identify, and integrate each positive and negative aspect upon yourself. So for instance, let's say let's say my whole life coming up, people thought I was lazy and wouldn't make it or whatever. So then I spent a bunch of years projecting that aspect and to show the opposite, to prove that I'm not those things. So I would overwork myself. I would make a lot of money, but I would never rest, just to prove to literally fucking no one. Honestly, prove to myself, but it isn't truly myself or yourself. You're just proving to prove that, because it's shadow projection. You had that shadow of not being seen and not being worthy, so you live your whole life on the inverse of proving that you are meant to be seen, that proving you are worthy, showing, yes, so your son show for it. That's a shadow aspect. So that shadow aspect in yourself is worth and being seen. So when you do all this work over the course of years and years and years, conscious and unconscious, subconscious work, you will integrate that aspect of worthiness, and you'll end up actually, if this is your case, for example, this is just an example. Shit. You will actually integrate that worthiness to the point where you won't even have to project or prove or literally do fuck, but you already truly know. You're not telling yourself you're worthy to make yourself feel better for this positivity, stupid ass fucking 21st century movement. It's not that. It's the real shit. It's when you know deep down, you're like, fuck, shit, why was I ain't that. I ain't none of that, bro. I already got that. I ain't gotta prove shit. And then your whole life will switch back around. So that pole. So when you came up, you were unworthy and unseen, and then you flipped the poles. So now you're on the other extreme, which is now you're showing everybody that you're worthy and you're seen. Now that you integrated that shadow that you were projecting that was producing this lifestyle, now you're in the middle. You found balance and harmony. And now you are your true self. You don't need to show up or prove it at yourself or anything to anybody. You already know you're the shit. You don't need to be seen. It'd be nice, but like, you don't need it at all. You're living in that healthy balance. That's pretty much integration. But take that aspect and compare it to every stat in your character sheet and every aspect in life. Yeah, shit can take a while to process in your body, bro. But I want to discuss the post-integration or post-individuation phase. It's kind of the reintroduction into society for your new your new, in quotation, self, when it's literally just you, deprogrammed and integrated, fully whole. You may feel a lack of motivation and drive, and I've been through this personally, it's not like you're lazy or you're throwing your life away. It's because you don't have anything to prove. A lot of these motherfuckers out here in this matrix, even the basic ass 9-to-5 workers, they will get a 9-to-5 to prove that they're doing something right in society. They're proving that they are contributing to society. They're proving that they're responsible by spending their whole entire life at a corporation that doesn't even care about them, that's paying them in fucking fake matrix monopoly money. It's like they're doing all they have friends to prove that they're worthy of having friends, that makes them feel better. They get that new car to prove that they can get a new. A lot of this is show. A lot of people's everyday lives is just show and shadow projection. There, I said it. They all play these games without even knowing they're playing it with each other. That sounds like shit. It's like a GMC. Anyways, but when you individuate, you literally open your eyes and see the game for what it is. You max out your character and your skills, your skill tree, and then you just stop playing the game. You don't even want to play anymore because you're just like, I figured it out. Obviously we're always learning, we're never done healing, blah blah blah, but you're kind of just like, at this very moment in time, I figured it out. I've healed, honestly, figured it out and healed a lot more than anybody around me. So now I can't relate to anybody. Everyone's still living in La La Land in the Matrix. And I'm here on the top of the mountain as a sage, puffing my smoke, looking down upon the Matrix scape of the land, and I'm like, I don't even want to play. I just want to hermit for fucking ever, bro. Like right now, driving cross country, or until the gas goes out, and just finding a remote area where no one will ever find me and just staying there for the rest of my life. That sounds really fucking nice right now. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds very enticing. That's why I drove out here, bro. I drove out here at like 5 a.m. because I just wanted to go somewhere new that I wouldn't even fucking know where I was. It's not me doing this to feel something. Oh, I'm dead inside, I need to feel something. It's not me trying to escape, like, oh, I want to escape. It's me just like, I just dead ass don't want to do anything. All I want to do is just smoke my cigar, sip my mushroom coffee, and chill in the light of God in a new area I've never been in my car. Because this bro, I spend more time in this vehicle than anywhere else. I love this fucking car. Bro, if you know me personally, I think every YouTube video I record is in this car. It's my comfort spot. It's where I get the downloads, bro. It's where my body relaxes. But when you feel this, when you finally individuate and you feel this lack of motivation, lack of drive, and you're kind of just like, I don't want to do anything, man, it's not bad. It's part of the process. Because a lot of the times when if you're chosen, I'm not saying if you're working for Joe Schmo and you're unaware of anything and like, oh, fuck the Democrats, fuck the Republicans, like that. If you're in the Matrix, you're not, when you're exhausted in the Matrix, most of the time it's because your soul's like, bro, get me out of here. But when you're exhausted after individuation, it's because your body is running non-stop programs to help you evolve, expand, and heal. So a lot of times when I wake up and I slept well and I feel like I got hit by a fucking dump truck, I'm like, oh my god, I must have been cleansing mad bullshit in my sleep. Holy fuck. and I'll have a slow ass day, and I'm just gonna let my body render. Because if I try and go balls to the wall on a day where my body's like, bro, we gotta heal. Like imagine you're on a fucking MacBook, right? And you're trying to play a game, let's say an RPG game, that requires a lot of data. I'm not a computer guy. Let's just say it takes a lot of bullshit to render this video game into your computer so you can play it at the best quality. And your computer's being a little slow when you start it up. You're like, oh boy, it's the fan's pretty loud, it's a little dusty, it's all good. And then your computer starts freezing a little bit and glitching, and then you get the spinning beach ball of death, and like for like 10-15 minutes straight, and you're like, I could just let it do its thing and do something else and relax, or I can just click the start game button non-stop while that spinning ball of death is still spinning, and you're just gonna fucking crash the bullshit, bro. That's a perfect example. Because our subconscious and our neural networking is very similar to that of a computer, because I mean, just like computers, we run on programs. We have storage, we have hard drives, we have space, we have operation speeds. We have firewalls, which you can break out of. Yeah, so don't beat yourself up when you individuate and you're like, man, I kind of just want to sleep all day. You're not being lazy, you're literally taking care of yourself. I mean, if you're not doing the individuation, comes after you do all the inner work and shadow integration. Individuation is that when you're not doing jack fuck and you're just fucking, I don't know, bumbling through life, bro. Not doing anything. You're not even focused on healing, not focused on your calling, you're not focused on God, you're not focused on anything, you're not doing anything, and you're tired, you want to lay in bed all day and shit. I mean, do you, I don't care, but I'm just letting you know that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is when you're doing all the inner work, all the good shit, and you're kind of just like, man, I'm fucking cooked. It's like when you run a marathon, right? Your body's gonna be like, brother, you need to rest. Brother, you need water. Brother, you need food. Brother, hit the goddamn couch for once. But when it's just like that, when you go through all this healing processes, your subconscious, your brain, and your soul goes like, oh my God, bro, just rest and do nothing today, so that we are able to process this a lot faster. Because the more you try and force yourself to feel something that you're not supposed to be feeling that day due to a lot of energetic work, you're gonna either sabotage that process, make it take 10 times as longer, or you're gonna feel like shit, or all of the above. Because here on this channel, we listen to our body, we listen to our soul. We do not listen to the ego, but we also listen to the shadow. That is how you integrate, by shutting out the shadow and the darker aspects of yourself and the traumas inside of yourself. You do yourself no justice. You actually delay your own becoming, and you just live inauthentically to yourself, because you're not your true self. In order to live authentic, you have to be whole. And whole means the light and the dark of yourself, the yin yang. Not just only the light. Living in only the light and none of the dark, that's not human, bro. That's just lying to yourself. And then living in the dark and none of the light, you're a heathen. That's blasphemy. You're not going to enjoy your life, so you have to have both through God. It's not me saying go rob a bank and then give said money back to a homeless person. I'm not saying that, like, do something dark, do something light, but I'm saying, like, bro, if I have a shadow aspect to myself where I'm a little lustful, I'm a fucking rapper, I'm an artist, man. I'm gonna talk about girls here and there. whatever, sue me, bro. What these artists, these rappers these days is talking about is a whole lot worse, so I don't even want to hear it. But like, I'm a rocket, bro. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I feel this, but it's not right, so I'm gonna suppress it and not talk about it in my songs. No, if I'm like, if I want to talk about Lil Shawty and me getting into it for a couple bars in a song, because it's true, I'm a fucking talk about it. I'm not gonna lie and make up situations, but I'm just going to say it how it is. I'm gonna be 100% me. Like, that's integration. And that's why I love being an artist, because you really get to not put your shadow on a pedestal, but you really get to utilize every ounce of energy in every corner of your being, which is a beautiful thing. And very blessed that I was able to individuate to put myself in this position. Honestly, it makes my music a whole lot better. But damn, this shit keeps going out, bro. It's not even windy. Shit. All right, we'll light it one more time. It goes out one more time. We donezo. So really, you just got to give it to God. A lot of the times when you're processing bullshit, bro, if you've chosen, a lot of the times you're processing other people's bullshit, because we are so susceptible to just energy as a whole, and the whole process of alchemizing and transmuting all these energies. It's not, when you get so good at it, so well versed in the alchemy, bro, God will give you the responsibility of not just alchemizing and transmuting your own bullshit, but you have the glory of fucking doing it for other people's bullshit. If you ever chill with someone and you feel their bullshit, and you have to work through their bullshit energetically while they're right next to you, and they're just chilling, they're mooching off you, and you're like, oh my God, why am I, like, because you're processing their shit. And this happens on a world scale too, on a species-wide scale. Look up the 100th monkey effect, bro. That's a perfect, phenomenal example of this with consciousness. Because we are all interlinked together. So when I do the inner work for myself, I'm allowing someone else to do the inner work for themselves in that regard. Or sometimes, if let's say group B of 1,000 people in a city across the planet is feeling some type of way, and I'm very susceptible to energy, and I'm chosen, and I'm doing the work and bullshit every day, I'll honestly feel those 100 people's bullshit like it's my bullshit, and I'll have to work through it, and I can't rest or feel peace until I work through it. So you're literally healing people and yourself at the same damn time. It's wonderful, but like, oh my God, is this a fucking responsibility, man? Carrying all this fucking weight, being the one strong enough for everybody to come to and ask questions and advice and wisdom about, but being so strong to where no one ever asks you how you are actually doing, bro. I can't recall the last time someone within my circle, someone within my family, someone close to me has even asked me how I'm doing. When they do, it's rare, and it's a service level question. Not like, hey, I see you've been doing all this, like, how are you? Are you doing well? How's everything going? Like, tell me everything. I'm interested. Like, I want to make sure you're doing okay. I want to make sure you're doing the best. Like, there's none of that. I do that for everybody else. Everybody. But when you're in this path, you become the strong one in everyone's eyes. Never, no one ever checks in. No one ever asks, how am I? But I do it for everybody else almost every day, because I genuinely care. And I get it. I don't need a savior. We don't need saviors. We don't need whatever. We chosen. We good. But goddamn, man, it makes you ponder. of how much work you have to do for yourself and others with no expectation of anything in return, in the energetic sense. Bro, even girls I've been intimate with, they don't. I get it. The man needs to take care of themselves. Blah blah blah. Matrix fucking role bullshit. Sure, whatever. I get it. But they just. I think what I'm asking for is just someone to just ask me how the fuck I'm doing, so I can actually. I don't even know what I'd say. I'd say I'm fucking great. I'm better than I ever been, obviously, but there is a second half to that response, which is, my lord, am I working through a lot of bullshit? Yeah, I have this wonderful calling. Yeah, I became myself. Yeah, I do all these great things, but do you know how heavy this shit is? Do you know how taxing this is? Do you know how dense this energy is? Do you know it's most days it's like breathing underwater. Not because I'm sad or depressed or lonely or all life sucks. Quite the opposite. But it's like breathing underwater because it's a lot, man. If you're on this healing journey, if you're spiritual or are susceptible to energy in any sort of way, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Now, I'm not fishing for sympathy or empathy, whatever. That's weak sauce, bro. These are just things I observe in my reality. That's all good. Even my closest boys. Crickets. It's all good. But I'll ask them, like, bro, how you doing? Is there any way I could help you? Like, I love what you... It's all good. It's just post-integration, post-individuation. And in the post-individuation, when you get around other people, now that you're completely integrated and you individuated, you see through the social bullshit. You see through the games people play. You see through the facades, the masquerades, the mirrors, the projections, the unhealed traumas. You see through all of it. And because you see through all of it, sometimes you don't want to be around people. Me personally, I see this in my family all the time. Very, very, very low vibrational beings. And I'm just like, I love y'all, but holy fuck. Even being around y'all for 5 minutes drives me insane. And I feel dumber. I feel like my years of individuation gets reversed. Every minute I'm with you guys is like points deducted from my individuation. That's how it feels, man. So like, I don't even get around these people anymore. I don't get around friends for long periods of time. I don't get around, actually I try to avoid chilling with people in general, unless they are like-minded or like-spirited. It's all good. I take this life fully individuated over anything. Anything. Especially my previous old life with the lower self. That's why they say it's lonely at the top. The road it's long and narrow. Long and narrow to where only you fit on the path. It's a goddamn goat path. A little tightrope walk to the top. So, what will you allow to emerge through your being today? Ask yourself that every morning. Create that energetic space for that question to be answered. Wait for that answer to arise through that space you create. Otherwise, you're going to go throughout your day actively trying to create an experience or accomplish a goal when you don't even have one to begin with. And that's going to take a lot of energy that if you're individuating and you're recovering from healing, holy fuck, you're not going to have that energy. So I just want to turn on my GoPro and talk for a little bit because, like I said, I was a little brain foggy. I didn't even know what the fuck I was gonna do today. I wanted to record a video, but I was shooting blanks. So I was just like, hey, now this video it rose through the space that I created for something to emerge through me today, and now I'm doing this a whole lot smoother. And all I have to do is just relax, press record, and go. And for all I know, this will help somebody at some point in time. That's all I care about. So it's been 30 minutes. Holy shit, it felt like 2 minutes. So that being said, have a lovely day. Have a lovely life. Go with the flow before you got nowhere to go. Stay blessed, never stress, never worry about the rest. I got my music on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. And I got music videos I'm dropping on YouTube. I got these wisdom archives of my teachings that I drop here as well. Follow me on Instagram at CocoBeanFlow. Yeah, man. We working through this. We wading through the muck. Wading through the muck. Wading through the muck. Almost to the shore. Peace.